Wanted to tell you guys a little story. Years ago, I did away with my MIDI controller, which was just a real simple Oxygen 25 key, super small thing like the size of a laptop. Was never really much of a piano player, and so I got rid of it. I can't even remember what I did with it, if I gave it to Goodwill or if I sold it for $10 or whatever. But so there's that part of this. Um, about 6 months ago, I lost my mom to breast cancer, and that had metastasized into her bones and her liver. So, back in like November, December of 2019, sorry, it's been a weird year for me. Um, it was pretty gruesome to watch. It's pretty gruesome to watch somebody still alive, but they look dead. Not to sound gruesome, but it just is what it is, guys. It's a reality of life, I guess. And it was weird because she wasn't elderly. She had me at a very young age, so it wasn't. And I've never seen an elderly person look the way she did at the end of her life 6 months ago. Um, Cancer really did a number on her. I've never seen green skin before like that. But I paint that picture for you because I want you to understand how emotional and real this story is. So I've been wanting to get back into learning guitar. I'm sorry, learning piano. So being that I wanted to learn piano, I didn't want to just straight up buy an expensive like keyboard piano, because I knew that obviously with production I may as well get a MIDI keyboard, but I wasn't really sure about it. I didn't want to pay that much. So I looked on Facebook Marketplace and I found this guy available, 49 key, oddly enough, an Oxygen, same one that I had, just much, much bigger. Um, Last night, and I think she wanted $50 for it, and I offered her 20. And I said, I'm in no rush. I understand that I've undercut the price big time, but if it doesn't sell, at the very least you have a buyer right here that would give you $20 for it. And in the area of Pennsylvania I live in, um, I was pretty confident that no one was going to buy this for $50, or offer her really much for it. So I was pretty sure I was going to be able to steal this thing for like $20 if I could just be patient and wait a week. Have her realize it ain't selling, so if you want to sell it, I'll buy it. Um, Here's the crazy thing about this thing, though. Um, she said that she was cleaning out her brother's music gear, um, because he had recently died. So this morning, I texted her and said, listen, I am a serious buyer. I understand that I'm giving you a really low price, but I'm serious. I'll come and get it today. So she texted me and said, okay, you have an hour before I have to go to work. If you really want this thing, come on over and grab it. So I get out there, I pull into the driveway. It's a huge house, like beautiful, small mansion is really what it was. And her husband was standing in the driveway, and we get to talking and talked about a lot of different things. We made a great connection. We'll probably actually end up being friends. But um, as I understood it, I think she simplified it for conversation over Facebook Messenger purposes. But I think it was actually his brother that they had lost. And I came to realize that he had just died from cancer. So the connection of cancer, my mom and his brother, from the way I understood it, even though she said it was her brother, um, was touching to me, to say the least. But then the other thing about it was it's music, obviously, which is touching, and like my mom would love that, and I'm sure that his brother would love that as well, because he owned a bunch of gear. But the crazy thing was it was an Oxygen as well, and just to have this thing in my house and looking at it and getting ready to begin learning piano better, um, there's just something magical about it, something very touching. It almost really makes me emotional. I'm fighting back emotions right now, um, because of just everything, the cancer thing, how time flies by in life, and I didn't learn piano, and now that I regret that, but I still have a chance to do something about it, how it's an Oxygen and how I had an Oxygen. And the guy said to me he really wanted the musical gear to go to somebody, because he had a ton of gear. He took me down into his basement. He had awesome old school KRK studio monitors. He had microphones. He had all kinds of stuff. and I just told him I'd buy more, but I just don't have the room. But, he said, make me an offer, because it's not so much about making a killing on the music gear. It's about the fact that my brother died, we lost him to cancer, and we really want this stuff to go to a good home where it will really be used. And I thought to myself, well, there's no problem there with that for me. But it's just so crazy, because to have this guy say to me, like, we want the gear to go to someone that's really going to use it. We're not worried about the price. And the nature in which his poor brother had passed on, and the nature in which my mother had passed on, and it being an oxygen keyboard and all of that, it's just like, it's crazy. It really is crazy. And it's something that's even hard to put into words, because it's like something that I lived, and not everybody will make all those connections of like oxygen back in the day, oxygen now. The same MIDI keyboard, just a bigger version of what I had. The fact that I did just lose my mom like 6 months ago to cancer. The fact that this guy's brother had just died during the COVID pandemic to cancer. All of it is just like, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. It's like sad, but in another way, it's like, I feel so fortunate, and it's such a blessing, because like, we're still alive, and we still have a chance to do something. So just make sure that you, like, wake up every day with intention to do something, and you count your blessings every day. Because there is something that's certain coming for all of us. And, this was your reminder today to live your dreams and to get out there. And if you want to learn piano, don't wait. And if you want to do something like produce or DJ or open your own business or whatever it may be, it's okay. I'm here, and I'll help you, and we can do this together. You're not alone. So, just a little heartfelt message for you guys today. I love you so much. I'll see you soon, and I'll see you on the other side as well.